A little better?
Mm, hold on, let me
Look
see.
better on my end. I ain't gonna lie. I,
It look fuzzy on my end. That's weird.
I see you crystal clear, and I kind of see myself crystal clear.
Okay, well, if you feel comfortable with it, let's roll with it. Period.
So, how many fingers I got up?
Hold on, cause this thing in the way. Hold on, a two, I guess.
All right, so you can see me enough. All right, I think you can see me enough. I'm over here multitasking. I think this is one of those lives or these moments where the the true artists in us have to come out. The true creator's gonna have to come out just with the multitasking, working off of the fly, all of that. Like we figuring it out, but I'm all in.
Oh,
What's good? I'm gonna let you quarterback from here.
all right. Well, first of all, you know what I'm saying. Let me share this live.
That's a good idea, right?
Yeah,
Let's get that going.
yeah, on both ends. Let's go ahead and do that.
Facts.
Yep. Mm-mm. So, okay. I sent out some invites, and we're gonna move on from there.
Facts. Let's do it.
All right, y'all. So, what's up? Today is Friday, the 26th of January. You know what I'm saying? And I'm happy to be here. My name is Miss Hip Hop. I'm your hostess with the mostest from Speaking Mind Radio. And this is one of our first lives of 2024. One of my really, really good friends. I would like to say friends because I've known him for so long. And this isn't my first time interviewing him on his work. So it's really a pleasure to have him on today's show because we get to talk about all the great endeavors he's made since like 4 years ago, since we've known each other, like literally.
Factory. Factory.
So Des, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody?
Salute everybody. I go by Dezit. I am Dezit. Artist, producer, um, creator, lover of music. I consider myself a hip hop connoisseur and appreciator of the culture. Salute everybody. As you can see, New York, home and raised.
For sure, for sure. So where you like currently located this time?
Right now, I'm upstate. I live in the Rock for now. Um, right now, I'm actually in between jobs because I work in the morning and I got an evening shift. So, multitasking, getting it done. Thinking about all of the production and things that I got to get to for the weekend. That's my allotted time for free liberty and creating and getting work done on the time that I want to. So that's where we heading right now.
You know what? Speaking of getting work done, Des, I'm gonna just flip the whole script real quick. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Do
waiting
it.
in,
Mhm.
like, bro, I want to give you your flowers now, cause you
I
know what I'm saying. My
don't be
God,
getting nothing, so I'ma take them. Go,
like
go.
I see you glowing like online. Like I haven't seen this much creativity pour from an artist in a really long time, and I've been like listening to other people's songs and watching them promote themselves and damn near giving up.
Mm,
But man, you don't give up. Like your approach, your technique is immaculate. Like it's so true to the heart. Like I just
thank you.
absolutely love it. Literally.
Um, the flowers is so appreciative because I'm sure you can relate that sometimes when you're in it and in the moment, you don't you don't realize that what you're putting in and the effort that it takes, it's being realized. Sometimes it could be right next to you and you'd be like, "Man, nobody sees this." But when people see it and acknowledge that there's an effort put into it, that's the plus. And it's not easy. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I just wake up motivated and love it. It takes effort. It takes determination. It takes it takes me hating and loving not being appreciated. or not being valued. I have to hate it and I have to love it. Whichever one is more power in that day, I motivate and post, reach out, do something, create. It's those two sides of the coin. So I'm just so grateful. I also want to throw the flowers back your way too, because this grind of not only just following what you're good at and what you want to pursue, but for the real purists to be determined and know the power of your own voice and not be subsided by the numbers game, um, is dedicating, and it's important that like minds like us have these moments. So I'm grateful for you too, sis. Dead ass.
For sure. And I accept that, and I appreciate you appreciating me, and that's real talk. So
For sure.
you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to bypass all that because that was very important to say. Neurologists say that we as human beings don't complement each other enough when it comes to our intelligence. And I want to
Hmm.
bypass that by telling you, brother, you're a super genius when it comes to promoting your brand, period.
Thank you. Thank you. And likewise, and I'll be watching, I'll be stealing your techniques too. I'll be like, yeah, we getting it done. We getting it
Okay.
done. For
All right.
sure.
So
Let's
now
get to it. I'm with you.
I'm getting to it now. So for all of you tuning in, I appreciate your listenership, and we're going to kick things off with a traditional icebreaker question from Speaking Mind Radio. And I've been doing this for almost 5 years, so this is the icebreaker right here. So yo, Dez, did you hear that new track by Megan Thee Stallion? That diss track called Hiss.
Lordy, yes, I did. Are you asking for my opinion on it first, or can I just answer the question? Yes, I did. I did.
All right. So what was your thoughts on it, bro?
Um, so I ain't famous and I ain't got nobody that, you're gonna blackball me. Whoever, who cares? I don't think it was bad. Lyrically, I always liked Megan for anybody else did. I'ma say that as a person that really goes into listening to like Indian up and coming artists. Um, I think she's lyrically good. I don't feel like, as I was introduced to it, it sounded like a Nicki diss. To me, it sounded more of a partisan diss by the lyrics, by the content and subject matter. I didn't like I I didn't like how they coined it a Nicki Minaj diss, but the content of it was to me like a response to like partisan. That's the most part of it that stood out to me. Um I thought it was interesting though. The flow pattern I didn't expect. I'm gonna give her kudos to that. Um, the content though, I'm a little like on at ease. I maybe want to get a breakdown from her. Maybe we got to run down on her and get a
For sure.
breakdown. What's your
For sure.
thoughts on it?
Well, from what I heard, like it's interesting that you said that you didn't appreciate them kind of coining it to be a diss to Nicki Minaj. What in fact it was, but it wasn't only for Nicki Minaj. It was for her ex boyfriend, Partisan Fonte. You
Mm-hmm.
right
Mm-hmm.
for sure about that. And then she also took a stab at Drake. So these are some heavy hitters in the game
So
we're
help me
talking
out
about. You know
here.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, help me out. Cause I didn't catch that. I listened to it like once and I was listening to it in my rapper ears, right? As opposed to like, okay, the breakdown, is this punchlines? Is this, and I wasn't quite sure because I wanted some names. Hers name, I wanted to hear like names as opposed to just the subs. How do you feel about do you feel like it was like direct, or is it like you gotta figure out who she's talking about if you do the knowledge? How do you take it?
To be honest, I think it's a little bit of both.
Mhm.
As far as following Megan Thee Stallion's career overall, you know that she definitely didn't have to say no names because all the people that she mentioned, they were taking subs at her. Like for instance, Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj had a problem with her because after they did Hot Girl Summer, you know what I'm saying, Meg switched to Flip. You know, she flipped the script on her and she started
She
working with her
whopping.
nemesis.
Yeah, she started
Right,
whopping
she
with
started
Cardi, the ops.
whopping with
Mm-hmm.
right. I
You know,
love
Nikki
it.
don't like that.
No.
Mm-mm. You can't have two friends. Only me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right, clearly,
Facts.
clearly. And you know what I'm saying? Drake took a diss at her too on Circle de Lay on his album. He was like
I,
saying that she lied about getting shot. It was a double entree.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what I'm saying? Part of say Fonte said the same thing that she, you know what I'm saying, she got everything worked on her body. It was not natural. So they was taking disses at her on her body and getting shot by Tory Lane. She took disses at Tory Lane because he in jail. It was crazy. Like she was mad and she went all the way in. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest. I like that Cobra joint a little more than this record. Um, on, like I do think that this is just the beginning of the potential back and forth of things. One thing I've always given her for Megan that is that she's able to rap. Before she got big label ears and the masses of sheeps that just follow her, she was rapping and rapping. Even if it was coochie popping type of bars, she know how to rap. And I kind of just want her to get to rapping like I know she could rap. You know how you catch somebody before everybody start liking them, and you be like, I know how good they really are, could be, and you kind of want to like wait to see if they jump to that part.
Mm.
You know, who knows? But you know, when you dealing with commercialism, um, and I guess trying to sell a product, um, sometimes the process of making music is different. You know what I mean? So I'm interested to see where this thing goes for sure.
Most definitely, and I agree with basically a lot more than what you said. Like you said kudos to Megan Thee Stallion for the flow on the
Hmm.
track. And it's funny because ironically Nicki Minaj said, nah, you gotta catch the beat. Bumper clock the beat. I was rolling. I'm like, she's wild though. You know what I'm
It's just the
saying? And then
beginning.
also,
Oh, Nika was waiting for this.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
she was like, yes, now I could take the
Hmm.
gloves off. I never liked you anyway. You know, it's about to happen. I'm getting ready to stay out of women's business and just watch.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's go keep watching from afar, but let's
Facts.
move this conversation on because the reason why we're here is to talk about your album you've been promoting for about 4 or 5 months now. Opposite of Down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man, let me tell you something. Opposite of Down, I'm just gonna get straight into it, matter of fact, because I have to ask you, first of all, so everybody get a backstory of who you are,
Hmm.
Jazz. How did hip hop save your life? Because it's so evident in your songs.
I have many stories about I feel like hip hop saved me and whatnot, but I'm gonna try to give you one. Um, hope it's not too brazen for your ears and your audience and the two people watching, whoever. But you know, this will live in the test of time. So there was a time, I'm gonna say 2007, maybe eight. I was in Fishkill Correctional Facility, and I was doing some time, enough time for I think anybody to feel like maybe their rap career would be over, or you know, any pursuits of doing that, clip that. I was fortunately able to be amongst some people that knew some people that were able to record. Um, and we were able to create music while at the point of being left for dead, doing time in our worst state. We were able to create and make music. building a rapport similar to like how we did, just communicating and respecting each other's craft. I got some connections with a local radio station, and I was able to send them some of my music, not knowing that they would share it, but being diligent and just being a appreciator of the music. Was able to link with them, sent them the music, and they so happened to play my songs off a cassette tape. And I remember being in the day room. For anybody that may listen to this now or down the room and know what the day room is, I remember listening to it after they played a 50 Cent song. And I remember we all listening to it and hearing dudes that I don't even like chop it with or like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that was kind of hard. And it was humbling, and I had to like leave the day room. I went into my cell area and I got down and prayed. I had to thank the Creator. Thank you, God, for allowing me to feel like there is life outside of feeling left for dead. And
Man.
it was one of those most inspiring and encouraging times in my life, to where I feel like at my lowest, I could still see the light, you know? And it helped me continue to keep pushing forward. And I'm just grateful for all of those moments, because they come in spurts, you know. The hurrah and the claps don't follow me everywhere I go. I got to recognize them when I hear it or when I see it, you know. So clearing my head and just being a student and appreciator of the game, hip hop saved me so many times in my life. And just for me personally, it's literally therapeutic. Like, it's like medicine outside of the gas.
Dang.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
That was a good
Yes.
play on words. I love it. Period.
You
If
with
you
me?
got
You
it, you
with me?
got it.
Medication,
Yeah, period.
for
Period.
sure, for, for sure.
Oh, he was funny. Okay, all right. Look, Des. Let's discuss this phenomenal album, OOD, Opposite of Down.
Yes. I'm glad it didn't. I'm glad it was simple enough, the title, to get. Um, but I'm all ears. I really just want to know what people like about it the most, and I'm here for any questions you may have.
Okay, so beating around the question, just let me say this. I want to point out like one of the lines in the actual track, Opposite of Down. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And what I want you to do is finish that line and break it down for the listeners and let me know what you was trying to say. I know what you were trying to say, but it's just interesting, you know,
I like
to
shit like this. I like shit like this. Look at it.
all right, let's get it. All right. You go in the opposite of down. I want to point out one of the lines. Oh, I just said that. If I was a higher power, the opposite of down, on top of the king's tower, finish the line in the meaning.
No, no, I'm really up. Flowers to a higher power, the opposite of a downer, on top of the king's tower. No, I'm really up. So it's it's that combination of all of those, just to basically say I'm really up there. So I'm giving flowers. When you give flowers to somebody, you can do it in a sense of congratulatory or in consoling, right? So it's a to flowers to a higher power, the opposite of a downer, which is also up. Sativas, indicas, differences between ups and
Mm-hmm.
downers, you know, when you're taking medication. On top of the King's Tower, just more on upper echelons, top tier talk. And I kind of wanted to set the tone with that. And of course, the tempo speed of it kind of makes it like, man, he's really going with
That right there, that right there,
Mhm.
that right there, bro. That's what
Yeah.
caught my ear. It was like the perfect timing because it's not one of them tracks that you got to listen to one time and I caught all the gems. No, you got to
Mhm.
continuously listen to it. And that's why I wanted for you to break that line down because you explained it to me in a whole different manner.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
it's like as so above, so below. You know what I'm saying? It's the opposite of a downer. Like you give flowers either to console or to congratulate.
Yes.
It's like a pyramid
You
of
got it.
facts.
It's a
You know what I'm
circle.
saying?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. And
yeah,
there's layers to it. That's also me setting the tone with me saying praises to the real higher, praises to the creator, flowers to a higher power. Everyone must need a higher power over
yeah.
themselves. So let's start this project on some flowers to my higher power.
Period.
Now you understand what level I'm on. Now I can look down and continue forward. That's where we're going. We're going to start with the higher.
Now that's a spin on being humble. It's
All,
like I'm not playing
all
myself.
praises.
I'm putting myself higher. You know.
Yeah, I'm going to who the credit goes to first, and now I'm gonna work my way down.
Right. And speaking of working our way down, we're gonna go on to the next track.
Let's do it.
So let's get into this laid back track. For me it was laid back.
Mm-hmm,
It's called Simply featuring a Queen.
mm-hmm. Shouts out to the queen.
Shout out to the Queen. So Simply I believe I heard this track before it was actually developed because I actually spoke on it. I'm like, yo, this sound like your a different type of rap voice. It was like
Mm-hmm,
your
mm-hmm.
spirit voice. I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, yo, this is Dez right here. Like you
I
brought a
be
whole new little
trying.
tribe of people, man. I'm telling you.
Uh,
Talk to me.
Um, so I'm gonna give you my honest thought on this on that track. Shouts out to my queen, right? But I made it because I don't make songs like that. Like me personally, I make those kind of beats. I made all the beats on this album except for Loved It, which is the last song on there. My man who passed away, Chemicals, my mentor as a producer, the first person that I considered a super producer that gave me a shot and wanted to hear what I had to say, gave me beats for free, like quality beats. He's done production for Foxy Brown. Um, I think he did something for Little Kim, Jewel Santana, called Mega. Um, list goes on. He's a great producer. He passed away. He was my mentor. And but long short of it, back to simple. Um, I normally don't rap over those kind of beats. I can, but it's more trap driven. I felt like more trap, bouncy, club driven. I am a boom bap to the heart. I love that kind of stuff, but I can make those too, and I love that kind of. I love those kind of songs that just feel good. So my thing was, I'm gonna put this little simple 808 drums together, but I feel like I can't just be simple with the content. So I gotta make my lyrics overpower the funness of the beat. But I said, let me be myself and let me keep it in a tone where you'll get something from it after you done heard it a while, maybe. Like, I like this beat. But then it's like, he switched like 3, 4 different rhyme flows in this. They were all double time. They were smooth. And that's what I kind of wanted to get out of it. I wanted people to say, okay, Dez, you known for that soul food music. You known for that boom bap. People that listen to my music, they know I'm a lyrical miracle head, quote
Yeah.
unquote, no freaky. So it was like, all right, let me show y'all what I could do if I wanted to be in the club.
Mm.
If I wanted to be commercial, tapping into that ludicrous, funny, but up tempo space, some humor in it. But don't play with me because my word game, my word player let you know he is not for jokes.
Mm. Well, that's one way to describe it. Definitely was a pivotal moment for me listening to it because like I said, you make that music that make you think. It is not
Mm-hmm.
it is not for the restless. You can't just listen to it one time and be like, "Oh yeah, I got it." Woo woo. It's like rereading a good book over again. You know what I'm saying? So
Thank
that's what I
you.
appreciate.
That's the
No,
goal.
thank you.
That is
Yeah.
the goal. Yes. I don't, so much of this stuff in this era and this time is microwave. Everybody's McDonald's for the most part. You know what I mean? Um, I want my shit to be gourmet. I want you to listen to it a year from now and be like, I like that line. Or this song, I didn't care about it. But 3 years later, on a Sunday, it's sunny outside, this song became my anthem. I want to be able to have those effects. I don't have a big budget and label behind me, so I have to count on the music resonating directly to the listener. I don't have a machine. We don't have no fluff. I don't got a big lights and applause. I got once it hits you, I have to make sure it pierces the listener something. And that's the goal. My favorite line is simple is, well, 2 bars. Nigga been with the ruckus, no boondocks, no uncle with the plugins. There's layers to that. Get it from the mud, you could tell by my bunions. You know, those kind of things I want you to say, oh, nah, he for real. Like, oh, nah, he for real. He ain't just rapping because this is a way to make money. No, he really means this. Even in a happy, good song, like, I can relate to that. I've been with the ruckus. No boondocks, no uncle with the plugins. The combination of that, Boondocks, are you familiar with? The show
Yeah, the Boondocks.
Boondocks,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Now, in Boondocks, our favorite guys, their uncle had caught some money, right?
Mhm.
Pops, the guy played Pops. He had caught some money and they moved out of the hood. In some of the episodes, you realize that they were no longer in the ghetto, quote unquote. Pops had got some money and they moved into the rich white neighborhood.
Right.
So I'm saying, I've been with the ruckus, no boondocks, meaning you know how you go in the boondocks. Where the boondocks at? All the way in somewhere far away.
Right.
Along with the show, no uncle with the plug-in. I ain't have an uncle that was rich and with the plug and we could move out to the suburbs. I didn't have none of
Right.
that. I get it from the mud. You could tell by my bunions, and I got a few. I don't want you to end the live and show you my feet, but it's real. It's real. It's real.
You was silly. I get it. I get it. Damn.
I ain't mean to gross you out. My bad.
No, you did. It was just funny because I get it. I definitely got it.
I work hard for this. I work hard.
It was funny. Okay, look. I want to talk about the track Playground. Now, wait, before you say anything,
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you that I really appreciate the personification in the whole song. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the nighttime activities that go inside the park and
Mm-hmm.
around the park where our children play. And the gym and that was you describing the jungle, the monkey bars to everything that's going on in the environment. I love it.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that it was achieved. It's more than just me trying to make a drill type song, or it's in that kind of vein. Um, I wanted to do something that sounded current, but you know that's a desert
Mm,
song. Like the beat tempo and everything is more drill, UK, New York drill kind of driven pattern, bass line, 808s. But I want to make sure I'm speaking and sounding like me, you
right.
know. But it's one of those where I want it to be visual. You see that, you hear the story, you see the words, and of course, um, I think one of the lines that stand out is right outside them parks. They brought them drums out because it's a jungle gym for the workout. It's different layers. There's layers to that. You know, you can take it literal, you can take it metaphorical. If you outside and you on that pavement, you know what those lines mean. You know what I mean? And it's something to. It's also a part of me as I get older. I don't want to glorify or over glorify the concept of being just violent or killing and shooting at each other. Like I
Right.
don't want to come off like my songs, but I don't want to come off as a destructor of the next generation and stuff. I want to be able to create a balance. I want to be able to have my music looked at as entertainment and educational.
Right.
You can't do that if you don't show both. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
I agree.
that's my goal with that song. I love it. I love driving to it, putting it on loud. Um, it makes me feel like I'm on a pavement if I'm listening to it in the right mind. It makes me aware. You know, you be careful what the things you speak about can get left for the things you bring out. You know, it's just caring about those little things. And mainly part of that song, last point on that is people that's not from our environments, they may just view us as solely entertainment. Even our miseries and our sorrows and our wars, our battles, our pains become entertainment for people solely, like it's a playground. But we live in these jungles. We from these jungles. We understand what it needs and what kind of mentality and awareness to endure and survive and come out of that. So I wanted to just be more than just entertainment of me shooting and killing. Like I want it to be more so story form to where you don't just it's not glorification, it's more so awareness.
Yeah, because it kind of sounded like, throughout the song, it's like a witness
Hmm.
giving a statement. You know what I'm saying? Telling
I don't
them
like
all.
that statement, but I get what you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get what you're coming from. It made me feel like a snitch just now.
No, no,
I
that's
ain't
not.
say no names. I ain't say no names, but
Mm-mm. No,
I think, but yes, that was a goal. I wanted you to kind of like, I see that. Mm, okay, wow, that sounds dangerous. That was my goal.
definitely. I'm gonna flip the script a little bit and talk
Let's do it.
about Benny the Butcher. He had a whole new album come out today
Hmm.
called I think it's called Everybody Can't Come With You.
Yeah, everybody
Yeah,
can't go.
Everybody Can't Go. Yeah. Um, I heard the track that he did with Snoop Dogg. You know what I'm saying? That was
Came
raw,
out with a
but
video for it
yeah,
too. Yep.
the video, yeah, that was all amazing. I can't believe they, flipped the script so quickly on that because it's been a minute since Benny did an album anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But
I
yeah, he's
I
supposed to
think
have.
it's dope.
Yeah, I think it's dope too. He's supposed to have Jada Kiss on there and a few other people.
I believe this is his first project under Def Jam.
Yes, yes.
Um, they've been independent. They've had Aftermath, Shady connections for many years. I've been rocking with their music for many years now. When they were just like featuring on Royce the Five Nines mixtapes and stuff like that, and featuring on the Locks freestyles and stuff. Um, Benny's came a long way, and he's he kind of gives me and I'm sure others like myself can say, okay, there's lanes for guys like us that don't just come into this um, art of expression just trying to be commercial. You know, some of this is really about us therapeutically telling our story and just trying to find the like minds that's getting it. You know what I mean? This is for those that get it and respect it. So he's definitely, I feel, in my cloth. You know,
Most
like
definitely.
the cloth.
Benny the Butcher came a long way since Griselda, the mob, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And he
Hmm.
really
He been putting
lived what he's
mixtapes
talking about.
out. He been putting
Yeah,
in a lot
right,
of work. A
right,
lot of work.
exactly,
And my
exactly.
guy Conway, Westside stepped up his pen game better. Like he's letting me know, like, oh, triple ones, I see you, Brody. Um, he's like he is definitely has shown me his dimensions as an artist. He's definitely showed me, oh, I could do all of this stuff. I could do all this. It's a different angle. I like to see it. I like to see the Buffalo guys winning. Um, I'm a fan of more so what you're talking about as opposed to where you're from.
Right.
You know what I mean? And mind you, their music is our cloth. Back to our cloth. Like it's New York City, it's boom bap, it's beats and rhymes. It's about what you're talking about. And is it matching the beat? Is the beat and the music has a unison? We on the same page. But definitely shout out to Benny, shout out to Griselda, shout out to the Black Soprano family. Um, Adding on to Griselda, slight sidebar. Griselda has the movie on Netflix,
Ooh.
Griselda Blanco.
Yeah.
Check it
Need
out.
to check it out for
Griselda
sure.
Blanco. All
Griselda Blanc.
connections, all connections. It's about a very, I'm going to give you just one line from Pablo
Mm.
Escobar. He's quoted for saying, there's only one man that I ever feared, and that was a woman, Griselda Blanco.
Yeah, the cocaine queen.
And that is the only person that Pablo ever quoted for saying he feared.
Yeah.
So that gives you the story. That gives you stories. Definitely something I want to watch. I'm gonna make sure I tap in with it to share with you and whatnot. It's a
For
good
sure.
look.
For
It's
sure.
a good look.
Um so we're gonna wrap this up, but I want to talk about because this I don't know if it's gonna make you laugh or not, but your track you had on OOD opposite of down,
Mm-hmm.
it's called Cold Outside. Look, I want to ask you, bro, was this song inspired by T Baby? You know the song "It's So Cold in the D."
Oh, I love that shit. Yo, listen. Oh, I didn't think you would even know about that for one. I,
Boy, bye.
I listen. Mad love to Detroit. I went out there for 2 days, many years ago, doing pro advocacy for people that work a minimum wage and whatnot. I think we discussed it too before. Um, but long short of it, I went out there for 2 days as an advocacy for people to get $15 in union benefits and all that work minimum wage jobs. They paid for us to go out there. It was a great experience. Brothers that mess with Little Brother. Oh, you mess with Ninth Wonder? What you know about Little Brother? It was a great experience. But I will say I didn't get inspired by that song for that one. I'm going to do something that a couple people said I probably shouldn't do and say, but I'm going to tell you exclusive.
All right.
The lyrics for that song are from 2008. I was recording in a facility, and it was a song, if you notice. Um, so the song originally has 3 verses. The song originally has 3 verses. I had my brother shout out to Scribby. I don't know if he's tapped in or would tap in,
All right.
but I had him singing the hook part where I tried to harmonize it. I had him singing that part. So it was a whole structured song that's over maybe 14, 16 years old. The lyrics
Wow.
itself. The beat was a new beat that I made. And, um, sometimes I said, let me go through the Rolodex. I was like, oh, this kind of goes. It makes sense. And I just let it kind of flow. But I'm glad it's something stood out because those are 2008 bars. All praises. Meow. Yo, why is your cat looking like, yo, who's this nigga? Who's this nigga you talking to when I'm trying to get your attention?
Look at him.
Mhm.
It's so silly.
Yo, why your cat dumb funny?
Right. Look at him. He said,
What's happening? What's popping, gang? What's popping? Round? I ain't gonna lie.
anyway,
Hey, you
man.
good. You good.
But
That's what's up.
yeah.
But
Um,
I definitely I I feel good about what I produce. Part of the whole project concept. I'ma share this too. I was listening to my music on Spotify. I have a few projects out and stuff. and I was just saying, I feel like I need some more up-tempo songs. Most of my projects, I have a lot of like heavy content, subject matter on stuff, but I wanted to focus on something that you could put in your car or something that you could put on for a few people and feel entertained as opposed to just educated. So
Right.
that was the purpose of this project, was to be more entertaining, but of course, always have some content and subject matter part to it. So I hope that's what people get out of it, that you're entertained by it. Like, this is entertaining Dezit,
For sure.
as opposed to teaching Dezit.
Right. And we all are students of music. So
For
why
sure.
don't excuse me, bro. Why don't you tell everybody out there where they can hear Opposite of Down, and tell them to check out Hope You See It too, because that's
Mm-hmm.
where the journey started for me, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Um, Dezit, you could DEZIT for those tapping in. Shout out Blaze, salute King. Um, I'm on all platforms under Dezit. Opposite of Down is my last body of work, fully produced, arranged, engineered by myself, except for I Loved It, the final song on the project, to my mentor who produced that. I appreciate and love you, and hopefully I'll see you when the creator calls. One also a project that I also fully produce. I hope you see it. It directly is a conversation with Destiny, and potentially if a label had to call me into a meeting, what would I offer? So that's the whole concept of I hope you see it. More projects, of course, free rec. A lot of features and stuff is on there. Right now, my focus this year is to do more producing for other artists, other quality artists, and just come out with more ways of being dope. My video for Playgrounds that you mentioned is on my website, www.iamdezit.com. I ain't put it on YouTube or Facebook and stuff yet because I'm trying to generate traffic. You know, that's I wanna create a safe space to where I can produce something, maybe make beats live and do stuff and have an audience come to me in my own platform. So for the videos and more visuals, I will be doing more on my website. So tap in with me. Anybody looking for a production, hit me up directly. You can go to beatstars.com. You can type in Desert on the track 55 or Desert Beats. Um, I have two accounts, actually three, but two that's active. I'm on all platforms. Holla at me. Holla at us. We got work.
For sure. For sure. And thank you so much for everybody that tuned in, tapped in today, talking about none but straight hip hop. You feel me? Press the replay button after this. And yeah, thank you, Dezit, for
One more
on today's
thing.
show.
For my people tapping in,
For sure.
holla at my sis. She gets busy. She's a culture appreciator. And she's not gonna be like, I'm gonna get a little reckless right here, so bear with me. She's not like these money hungry cocksuckers that just be out here that don't really listen to your music but just want to take your bread and fake act like they want to do an interview with you and yeah, I loved it and never care about your music. She is actually the real deal. She's gonna listen to your stuff. If she don't jack it, she ain't doing it. So I salute it. I appreciate it, and y'all should too.
Yeah, thank you, Dez. And with that, we
Facts.
now salute, my bro.
You already salute, sis. Let's get to this money.
Hi.
Opposite it down.
Let's go.